Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Let's get the lemon into the water. Beautiful day to be alive. Shout out to each and every one of you. Bang, bang, bang. Cold, baby, cold. Shout out to all my lovers of life. Shout out to everybody here who believes they can change their lives, because we can. It doesn't happen every single day, but over time we push ourselves. We can get to these high places that we never thought possible in life. I'm telling you, we really can. I didn't think it was possible. Some days it doesn't seem so. We push ourselves every single day, and these little moments add up, and we end up where we want to be in life. I'm telling you. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Shout out to all the beautiful people out there. Again, I love you. Thank you for your most beautiful asset. And that is your time, your most precious asset, and you give it to this channel for this channel to grow and thrive. So I greatly appreciate that. I know where my people are and where my money, where basically where the channel money comes from, right? Y'all are the best, man. I appreciate you all. The super chats you throw me, the support, advertising, sponsorships, all that comes from each and every one of you, all of you. God bless you all. Thank you so much for the love. I just want to say gratitude to everybody here. So we come back down here to 65,000 is a big area of liquidity that we see here on BOOKMAP. Do we come back to 65K? You know, that would annoy me beyond all belief. But again, we may just range. We still have a bigger area here at 69.4, and this guy up here at the close to the all-time highs at 73,000. Anything is possible. BOOKMAP's not 100%. But if you went on the probability, it suggests that we go lower, but we go higher first into this blob at 69,500. So only time will tell. Crypto Lifer, sir, I only focus on trading so I can make money in any market situation. Amen. Make money in any single market situation, but find out your bias. You might be more biased than bullish. It depends. Man. And they went after me right here. I even had the deep stop loss. They came down and snatched me anyway today. I got stopped out of this trade. It happens. I get snapped out. Just a good thing that I don't get liquidated, I always have my capital for another day. But here I am, Sammy. Didn't win the trade. Tuesday's been choppy already this morning. And we're going to break down what I see happening. Possible bearish retest, really. And we did lose the 1 minute. I'm about to only exclusively trade the 1 minute. I always say that. But had I traded exclusively the 1 minute, I just never would have opened up a long at all, because we were below the 200 SMA on the 1 minute chart. And we took a big dump right there when we lost it to the downside. Perfect short, actually, to the downside there. So even I miscalculate my own self sometimes. It happens. It is what it is. Nobody is perfect. If I was perfect, then I wouldn't be me. All right. I wish every single day I could knock it out the park. Someday, that's why on the days that everything just goes well and it's perfect, I'm always amazed. And today might be that day. We still might knock it out the park today. It's not over. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. We're going to start with that weekly time frame, and we're going to shrink on down into the smaller time frames. So, what matters on this beautiful Tuesday? And remember, banking holiday, the markets were closed yesterday. So, TradFi was closed, traditional finance, and that always throws off the markets. Usually today acts like a false move Monday for whatever reason. And already we had a jump down and a jump back up to the upside. So things already kind of looking very similar to a Monday morning. All right. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Amen. Shout out to Casper Coin Pampin. Shout out to everybody here. Ultra strong. Amen. And there's so many things trying to grab your focus. This world is always trying to steal your focus and take it away. And we maintain our focus, maintain our discipline. Some days, if all you can do is work out that day, keep your mental health about you, and get ready for the next day, some days that's all you can do. Not every day is perfect, I'm telling you. Even the best people, even the biggest winners, multimillionaires, billionaires, have tough days. That things just don't seem right or don't feel perfect. Nobody wakes up feeling amazing every single day. We turn ourselves into feeling amazing, though. We say, you know what? We start looking at everything in our lives and we break it down, and then we start to realize, you know what? Life is actually pretty amazing. An hour later, we realize, you know what? That was just a moment. I have moments now. I don't have days. I used to go weeks depressed. I used to struggle with depression. I really did. So I had to figure out a way. I had to find tools to beat depression. I couldn't sit in that same place my whole life. You can't play the victim for your entire life Eventually, you got to push through. So already the weekly showing signs of weakness here, hitting the local high and getting resistance, right? And now this weekly candle doesn't look too good as it did before. It was a strong green candle. Everything was looking great. But we have 5 days and 10 hours. It's not over yet, but just something to think about, right? That weekly doesn't look amazing. All I'm asking for is the weekly to close about 67,200 for my weekly support or resistance right there. All right. But you can see we have weekly resistance right here now at about 69K. And we have weekly support at 67.2. We've been in the zone for a while here. All right. 3-day chart looks interesting. Like it may want to consolidate or something like this. We don't know exactly what it wants to do here. But it may go up and down and make a bit of a flag before it further goes to the upside. We may be in this bigger consolidated mood. Making an ascending triangle here on the 3-day and coming down for that higher low right here. And then getting tight inside the channel. We would break out. You know, the massive move up would be beautiful. Take you to 100K somewhere by August. Could that happen? It could. It's possible. Could we be double topping? And then could we break down? You know, and end up, you know, somewhere by July at 51,000. You know, I'm open-minded to both scenarios. Now, since we put in this high, this low, I would expect a higher low, but anything is possible for Bitcoin. So just, you know, showing you what is out there. I haven't even done this yet for myself. So this is the first time, I think, when I'm with you all, I channel something that I normally don't have when I'm alone. And that's why I believe this channel does so well. It's like you guys propel me to see things that I wouldn't see. By showing up every single day, we create this unity and this you know, mastermind of all of our, you know, we're all focused on one thing together. We may not be in the same physical place, but we're all focused together on the same thing. And I believe that is powerful as human beings, and we could do big things with that. So yeah, just watching how this plays out. It could be a double top M, triple top really, on the 3-day chart. And to the daily, I'm doing the same thing here, right? Just starting to kind of point out that this could be, and maybe, you know, maybe in that would be the trend line. It would be further down. It could be come back down to the trend line here and bounce off 64, 65,000 and still be legit. Shout out to Jodasaurus. We love you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Stas. Cheers, Sammy. Can we look at Velodrome? We'll take a look at Velodrome. Cheers from Canada. Hope everyone is having an awesome day. Shout out to Chris Thorstensen. We love you, Chris. Thank you. Sir, nothing in life is free. If something is free, it means your experience or attention is the cost. Amen. 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 There's an energy to everything you give, whether it's monetarily, vibrationally, right? Yep. It's your discipline or focus. Something is being given away to get something back. Like this channel, you have to give it your time, right? To understand my concepts and see what I'm saying, you must give it the time. So look what we're seeing here for Bitcoin. The daily wants to reset. We just got to make sure the daily doesn't. So I'm bullish as long as we don't break literally 61,800. We break that, then we could be making a lower low, then a lower high, and then finally, you know, some other type of trend is forming here. But for me, you have a high, you have a low. You can consolidate here before the bigger move to the upside. Bitcoin forming some type of symmetrical triangle here. Hopefully before its bigger move to the upside. The tight moving averages tell me that there's going to be a bullish move to the upside. Very rare I've seen tight moving averages after an uptrend like this and we've dumped. Anything could happen, but it's very rare. So likely I see tight moving averages and a move to the upside here for Bitcoin. A couple weeks from now, I think it's highly likely we break the all-time high. But again, I did say I think, right? And only time will tell. Let's take a look at the charts. We must break above resistance first at 74,000 to remain bullish. Where was that high daily candle? Yeah, 73. I think it's so funny. 73,777. You see the high right there? Open high, low, and close. And you can see the high right there is 73,7777. Just funny how we got obsessed with the 777s. We talked about it all the time. And then the high for Bitcoin is 73,777. What are the odds? It's like we knew already that 777s were going to come into play. So big picture here for the daily. You know, and it kind of looks shoulder, head, it looks complex, inverted head and shoulder-esque. Like we could make a move further to the upside. And so far, The daily has not lost previous resistance as support, which is 67,000. So unless we broke 67K, I remain overall biggerly bullish. I remain biggerly bullish for Bitcoin. But that's, so this is what I'm watching here. I'm watching for consolidation, which is up and down price action for the next 4 or 5 days, really. Somewhere into the second, the first to second week into June. And then we could get explosive and start that hot summer for Bitcoin. While we go sideways, this could be great for meme coins and for altcoins. They like sideways price action for Bitcoin. So this is the positive thing that we can see out of what's happening today for BTC. Stochastics headed lower, but already halfway through their damage. Just want to make sure when they do reset, we don't lose this trend line. That's all I'm looking at here for Bitcoin. Let's go back to the 22-hour time frame. Very oversold. However, in a bit of an M pattern. Bouncing. We had this beautiful trend line that's now, in my humble opinion, has broken. You'd have to get back inside to show signs of bullishness. Look at the 8-hour, yes, bearish retest there. The 4-hour, you could say, no, we're still in the pattern, but I don't know, it's a little bit of a stretch down. You might as well kind of be in a descending triangle in a way. And when I go to the 1-hour, to me, you got a beautiful double bottom there. Strong support at 67.8, 67,680. We bounced nicely. Mixed signals for Bitcoin right now. And below the 200 SMA on the 1-hour time frame. Not my cup of tea. I was trading this flag all along. They broke it down, broke back inside. The flag may now continue back to the upside for the short squeeze. So I go at it again and trade the same flag with conviction. 1 minute could break that 200 SMA. We get a beautiful move. We do have a little bit of a money printer there. There's your bullish div. There's some bullish divergence there. Back to the 200 SMA. We flip the 200. We could get a move further to the upside. So it looked like a liquidity grab that I was a part of today, which it's rare for me, but they got me today. I can't believe it. I'm a bit in a state of shock over here. Shout out to my call on TokenFi. Pushing further to the upside. I want to talk about it. I went over token as my main RWA low cap gem I kept accumulating on the 618 in this area, right? It even almost wicked to the 786 there. And I just kept buying this thing on the low. And now we are up in gains 61%. Some up a little less, some up a little more, depending on where you got in. But regardless, because irregardless is not a word, regardless, we are up in gains here on token. Shout out to anyone that got into TokenFi, and I see us continuing for more gains. And once this thing hits 28, it goes to $1, it's gone. People aren't going to realize, I think, how fast RWA is going to pump like it did. I think this was just a precursor of how crazy things are going to get. This thing was 2 cents. It ripped up to 24, 12x. Came back down to 8, 9 cents. Anything in the single digits to me under 10 cents was a steal for TokenFi. Anyway, I went over it many, many times. Talked about the accumulation zone. Drew my, stayed with it. It took days on days, but it played out over time. All right. So now I look back at BTC one more time here. I want this 15-minute time frame. We take a look at the 15-minute. Bang, bang, right? And you're below that 200 SMA, but could we go back for more? Could the same call prevail yet again? You're watching the 1 minute battle that 200. And basically, you could put your stop, where the wick was. Let's see if we can get a little higher price action. Back to 70K. Stop loss 67,575. Depending on where you want to be, I guess you could go to that candle and clip the wick a little bit. 67,680 and going to 70,798. Every time we hit that 70K region, you know, it's exciting. And we lose it, not so exciting, right? Also, the day after a banking holiday tends to be choppy. I've tended to kind of bow out and not trade that day because I had to find this out the hard way because you'd only get, 4 or 5 banking holidays, you know, or TradFi holidays a year. I think there's 6 of them or something. Martin Luther King Day, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, President's Day, Memorial Day, maybe like Labor Day, and like there's maybe and I think Juneteenth. Probably missing like one other day, New Year's Day, and I think that's about it. You know, Turbo just keeps pumping regardless of the market, FUD or Bitcoin. Turbo's just doing damage, man. People want what's hot, and they want to follow what's hot. They don't really care, right? This is MAGA for wrapped ETH. There's different MAGAs. This is the Ethereum version, but this thing looks like it wants to bang to the upside. Further to the upside. More news too. Other, you know, presidential candidates looking at possibly using Bitcoin to balance the budget. I mean, what a smart move that could be if it's done correctly at the right times. And we already have all that Bitcoin, right? From Silk Road. So I feel like we're already poised. They don't even want to, if they could get rid of the debt, they wouldn't let us because it keeps us in fear. They wouldn't want you to know that they could remove the debt, you know? One love to everyone here. Hope you're all blessed. Thank you, FUD Expert. We love you. We appreciate you. Send us some expert FUD, man. Bang, bang, bang. But yeah, so I see Trump, MAGA. This coin is just picking up steam. Trump is picking up steam. If you know, you can just see it in the news all around. And even the papers that used to be all pro-Biden are kind of flipping. I don't know. Something's going on here. Either your own party wants to dish them. I don't know what's happening, but it seems like something's going on. Anyway, I'm going to get off the topic every time it gets polarizing. I don't care. I think we should start our own political party called the Blockchain Party, right? Get rid of these two polarizing parties that make us feel like we have a choice when we don't, all right? If I told you what I really think is going on, it's like, you know, on 100%, like, you know, powers that be want to control the world through tokenization. It's coming, like, and they're going to shut you on or off, and like to buy or sell, the mark of the beast, it's all been written. Tokenization creates that same prophecy, right? Is Bitcoin the answer or the curse? Are we connected? How do we get out? Where is the answer? We're not the puppet masters. We're just playing in it. All we could do is get our piece, live off the land, right? Buy, you know, grow some food if you can. Get yourself a plot of land and find your peace in this world. All right. Can't stand any of them, but Donnie, yeah, he goes, you make enemies telling the truth. Amen. Amen. Shout out to Hank Schulten, lifer for president. I'm going to be the president of the Blockchain Party. Let's go. Put it all in the blockchain. Every single vote, every budget, everything we vote on. Let's see it. I want to see the budget. Show me the money. Show me the money. But MAGA looking hot right now. Let's take a look at our baby Turbo. Continuing to hold down the market and really make gains. It was in that rising wedge, suggesting that it could pump further to the upside. Did it continue, or it started to pull back a little bit? Wow, and it continued and even hit the target. So remember, we drew this wedge and showed that it could go parabolically up to the upside. And wow, it did exactly what we talked about. Followed my line to a T. I drew this before it happened, everybody. I drew the rising wedge. I took the measured move because this is the length of the previous pole. And I said, there's Parabolic City. It's funny how technical analysis worked out. I didn't even use any indicators. I just used what I knew how to trade patterns, how I see patterns play out. Look at this guy buying 12 grand of it right now. People buying 12 grand of it right now. They don't care. I would never ape in that late. I don't know. That's crazy. But whatever. People do whatever they want. Buying 10 grand, 2 grand, 1 grand, 4 grand, 18,000. People have money to burn in this market. Look, this guy has 18 grand to throw into Turbo after it already pumped just crazy. People aping in. They can't handle it. 9 grand. This is 10 minutes ago. People just completely aping and then smart people taking their profit. I mean, it gotta hit $1 billion market cap, maybe more. Turbo really starting to move. Really starting to move. Congratulations to anyone that found Turbo on the channel. You may have never even heard about it, but you might have heard about it through us. I believe it's, only about 92% from when we first started seeing it. And I guess we went when the pump first started. I mean, you're up a 6x now just from May 21st. So $1.5 million for an all-time. Isn't that crazy? Turbo to surpass Pepe. I don't know about that. Shout out to Rave Song Records in the house. Shout out to Peter Eccles. Shout out to Justin Reason. Shout out to Paul Wood and all the beautiful lifers in the house. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you so much for being here and jumping on into the live stream. So Bitcoin showing signs of a shoulder, a head in a right shoulder. Can it consolidate here? Keep this low and continue further. Was that the low of the week, of the day for Bitty Bitcoin? And we're watching closely to see if the 15-minute can kind of revamp here and get a move back to its 200, recapture its 200, and then flush to 70,800. That would be our next level of liquidity that I'd like to see taken out. BOOKMAP, link in the description. It's a beautiful, application that you can download and use on a daily basis. You can access different products, like even putting in, look, we have the S&P futures here. Okay. S&P looks like it wants to make a move further to the upside. We'll talk about that in a second. If you're trading regular markets, 68,100. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right. Sam, my girl Maeve needs some motivation for school. Help her out, bro. She loves the show. Maeve, you got this. You can do this. Take a deep breath and realize that nothing is that serious. Everything that's difficult can be picked apart 1 second, one piece at a time. Look at all the greatest accomplishments in life. All the people that have done things that you read about in the history books that you may be studying for at school. All these amazing people. Why do we find them amazing? They accomplish big feats that we find overwhelming. How do they do it? One piece at a time. If I ever do 10,000 days straight of live streaming and I accomplish such a feat, which would be crazy, like 1,000 days is like 3 years. So 10,000 days would be about 9 years straight, 10 years straight, right? Am I making sense? I don't even know. No, 10,000 days would be longer than that. Because 1 year's 1 year's 365. So 3,000 days would be 10 years. Yeah, 10,000 days would be like insanity. But anyway, if I ever achieve such a long, or if anyone, forget about me, but if any person achieves such big moves, it's usually because they broke it down into small pieces. Look at somebody's career, like Michael Jordan. It started with a couple shots on the field, then the high school team, then the college, then he moved forward, right? And then things began to progress. Everything starts small, and you build from there. This, to me, I'll be honest, the more I look at it, the more I'm getting into this. And really, I concede to the fact that this is a bit of a bearish retest. So look, we bearishly retested, tried to get back inside the pattern, could not. Now we're attempting a bit of a double bottom here for Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame, bouncing off of 67,588. All right. If you're losing in on 50-50 odd challenge or you ain't whatever you call this, you need to just go back to work. I want to short so bad, but I promised myself I did my last short of the cycle. You're funny. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. All right. Should have hold those dang. Oh, you're funny. Whatever you achieve, Sam, I'll be learning with you. Shout out to Gains for Life. I love you. I appreciate you. Shout out to Crypto Bellico. Sam, how do you determine whether it's going to bounce or fall through? I'll be looking at the moving averages and the stochastics together. Usually when you're below a 200 MA, you're going to fall. If you're above it, you're going to get a bounce. Very simple strategy. And then I use, supportive resistance and, I use the patterns. Like right now, that was a bearish retest. Before I saw it, I was saying, could that be a bearish retest? And then it kind of played out as such. Some could say, no, it's still inside this bigger, weird pattern. And you could say yes, but I don't know. Shout out to Double Does. Double Does. CL on his no days off grind. Just like to put this on your radar. Roar on Dex Tools. Thank you. We'll take a look at that real quick. Probably will be on Dex Screener as well if it's on Dex Tools. Roar continuing to rip to the upside. $1.5 million market cap. No idea what this is. Don't know anything about it, so be careful. It could be a rug. It does have lock liquidity. I'm always looking for that lock sign. There's some legit coins that don't have the lock sign. I don't get that. Like that everybody's into that. And I'm always weary. Like you got to have that lock liquidity, right? To me, the time to get in was then. It's already kind of ripping, but it is making somewhat of a flag here. Roar. No idea what this is or what it's about. I'll take a look at the website. Looks like it could go up some more. A very small market cap. It's on Uniswap for wrapped Ethereum. Correct, yeah. Usually there's a link to the website here, right? It might not have one. I don't even know. Anyway, who knows, man? Be careful, everybody. This thing could get a rug pull in 2 seconds. I have no clue. Even that Jenner token seemed like something shady happened to it. So just be careful at all costs. I see a bearish retest here. You're losing 200 SMAs. Kind of MPAT. That's a shoulder, head, and shoulder in a way. And I use the smaller time frames also to kind of see what's happening in the market. 30-second shoulder, head, right shoulder wants to dump below the 200. You got to get back above those 200 SMAs. It's weird because you had the low with the movement up. Now you're attempting to double bottom. Market looks ugly right now. Not amazing short, not amazing long. I'd have to say you have a resistance here now, though. Resistance. If you can't break back above that level, I'd remain bearish. 68,000. You're now losing 68K at 67.9. Attempting to double bottom off 67,700 for Bitcoin. I really don't want to see us lose 67.2. That's that weekly support or resistance. Really right about there. So far, we're double bottom on the 1 hour, but bearish retest. Interesting. And again, I don't really have an edge right now. Market's a bit of a chop city. Been going sideways for an hour and a half now. 3 30-minute candles. I suggest more downside unless you get back above 68,000. I don't see how where do you go is the question. Again, it would be the symmetrical triangle here. And you'd have to suggest that you're going to take the move down, right? Somewhere into the $65,000 level. And what's crazy is when you lock this up with liquidity, that's exactly what BOOKMAP's got, 65,000. So bearish retest, come to the downside. It may try to come back into the pattern one more time, make some type of bear, What I'm looking for now is like a nice little flag, but I'm not getting it. I'm getting like a funny M pattern here on the 7. We had the falling wedge the other way. The best thing I could come up with was this wedge. Wedges can break to the downside. Let's take a look at that then. That did slip my mind. and it would break like the length of the base there, and you'd get a nasty drop further down. Kind of look like you're already starting it. We be testing 67,200 one more time. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We've bounced 4 times now. And it's likely we're going to go further down. My target is 67.2, and then we'll see what. And the reason why is we had resistance. We flipped it, came up, we lost it again. Resistance there. You had to stay back. You had an SR flip 68K. You couldn't do that. It's kind of the test was passed. You didn't pass the test, and you're likely going to go further down now. So bearish retest below the 200 SMAs. I got to remain bearish for the day right now, for the moment. But things could change throughout the day, and we could easily get a bounce here and then move back to the upside. We are very oversold in that 15-minute. I can't believe the 15-minute didn't get a bounce back to the upside yet. And the 1 hour, yes, of course, is in this double bottom. And so far, we are defending the level. For me, I wouldn't long unless we break back above the 1 hour 200 and get back inside the pattern. Until then, you remain short. So, like, I wait for my setups to play out the right way. I wanted this flag. I attempted to play this flag, but it was high risk, high reward. I could go at it again, but I feel like I'm over trading at that point. I think I should rest and let the market kind of play out. Fine. You don't want to overtrade. You keep trading into the same thing over and over again. You find yourself doing that, go take a break, go take a walk. Trading's going to take some time. The key is to always have long-term, in my opinion, what I do for myself, because I'm not a financial advisor, I never tell you what to do. But for me, is have long-term investments plugging away while I was learning. I started with long-term investments that started to pan out. That's what got me into trading. Next thing you know, 2,500 turned into $9 grand. And I was like, okay, it took like 40, 50 days. I realized, okay, then I started, a 2-3 year hold. Took about 18 months to a year, right? Another win. Next thing you know, I had something. I had a chunk of change, and then I went. I don't know if other people do it. They start trading small time frames, and then they get enough money to trade bigger. I went the other way. Like, I started investing, changed my life, and then had the time and the freedom to get into the smaller time frames and start realizing there was more money to be made inside of the charts. But I realized you had to be super diligent about it and super detailed if you were going to do it. If you weren't going to be serious about it, you better just hold, That's what I learned about trading in general. And it's a vicious game that'll tear your heart out every time if you don't do the right thing. It is the hardest profession to be involved in every single day of your life, I'm telling you. That's right. There's a reason why traders get rewarded so well for winning, because the risk is so tough, and even the beat down on your mental health. If you don't have a way to control how, you have to have a regimen. If you're not working out, if you're not using positive mantras, I'm telling you right now, trading's going to be very difficult. You got to create an environment for yourself to thrive in. If you're not creating that environment, it's going to be very hard to thrive. That's why I push mentality so much. People think I'm off topic when I get into, he's doing the whole mindset thing again. I'm here to learn trading. If I wanted that, I'd go somewhere else. But you don't realize that a lot of traders that are losing, it's their mindset is the real reason that they're losing trades. They understand Fibonacci. It's been 2-3 years. They know support and resistance. They know risk. They know what they're doing. They don't believe they deserve to win. You see? They don't believe that they deserve to win. Say that again. They don't believe that they deserve to win, so they don't win. The belief in yourself that you believe it, in that you deserve the best, is the reason why you should get, you know what I mean? You're in control of what happens to you vibrationally. The frequency, the car you drive, the house you live in, the clothes you wear. You bring all that into your life by how you feel about yourself. Okay? Anyway, I'm just making some clear connections here that many people don't see. Falling wedge in the 1 minute back to the upside. Bit of that double bottom here too as well. Defending 67,700 pretty strongly here. The bulls attempting to step in and get a bounce. Again, it's all about if we break back above these 200 SMAs. If not, more downside. Once we broke the 7 minute 200, it was over. Good night, Irene. don't like saying that. That was my mom's name. Sometimes it just slips out. God bless you, Mom. I love you. Lately, I've been thinking about my mom and my dad so much. Just crazy. Thinking how fast life can just disappear and be gone. And wow, my mom she disappeared on Thanksgiving Day. She was gone like that. You know, some nights I go to sleep and I was grateful. The other night I did this, like I always pray before I go to bed, but some nights it's like severe, it's like heavy gratitude. I get into a state where I tell myself like 10 minutes before bed, and I already plan it, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm going to be doing a heavy gratitude night. And I know I'm going to be down on my knees. Doesn't sound right, but I'm going to be down praying, and in a state of meditation for a good at least 20 minutes. And I'm going to thank God for everything in my life, all the people in my life, all the healthy, you know. Right now, the internet's going right? There was a couple days last month where I had issues here with the internet, right? So boom, check off that. Thank you, dear Lord, for the internet to go well. You know, my daughter was bleeding so mad out her nose, she kept throwing up blood. We had to bring her to the hospital. Thank God that's not happening today. You know, like so many days were worse than right now, this moment. And so I just, you know, for my business to run, all the things have to run right. So many little intricate things have to be going right. The servers at YouTube, I don't even like talking about it, right? But like everything's got to be running right. And you got to take, you know, so you got to be appreciative of every, you know, for me to be here and for the show to go well, so many things had to go well today. Had to wake up, had to have electricity. My kids, what if I woke up and one of my kids was super sick this morning and my wife was like, you got to bring us to the hospital. There's nothing we can do. You know, I hope that doesn't happen. I'm just going over, you know, that didn't happen. I'm grateful to be here with each and every one of you. There's no guarantees I'm going to be here 10 to 12. But somehow we get it every single day. Seeing if that was going to make a right shoulder there, you see. But I saw the breakout of this falling wedge back to the upside there for Bitcoin. I was just drawing it kind of as it happened here. We're on the 1 minute time frame. I'd like to see 1 minute break back above that 200 MA there. I mean, there's your divergence, and there's your move back to the, you know, almost basically a 786 Fibonacci. But there's the 786 Fib with the bounce. There's the money printer right there. Crazy, right? Now you got to flip. Bounce, bounce. Resistance, resistance. Bounce, bounce. Flip that. Flip the 200 MA. Let's get back in, you know, we flip this, that's a move. And we get to move back to the to 68.8 possibly, right? So you're looking for this 1 minute to recapture the 200 MA here and get a bounce back to the upside. Don't ask why, just learn, understand this is what happens here on reversal moments between about 10 and 12 every day. After they grab a liquidity, either go up or down. Today they went down. Now they know they have, you know, some liquidity above. Stochastic's getting high, not able to get above the resistance of the flag, you know, and not able to flip the 200 SMA. I personally don't think I'm in a long or short today. I'm going to watch the market, see what Tuesday gives me into the afternoon. Shout out to Floki doing damage. Shout out to all the meme coins though, really just banging on them. Pick a meme, any meme, grab a meme, right? WIF is a little behind. I think, you know, tells me that WIF is on its way eventually. When you look in the last hour, what's hot right now, book a meme up. 23% in the last 7 days, actually slowly creeping up pretty nicely. SHIB, tiny move there, not big, but 24%. Not coin, another coin we're talking about, up 59% in 7 days from that bottom. Up 30% in 24 hours. I remember when it first came out, I brought it up last week, not coin. AOIZ, one of my favorite D-pin coins in the game. Jasmy getting a 25% pump this week, and I called it on that 3-day chart. It took days, though. It took a long time. Ton still holding $6. I think Ton's a great buy right now, but you do whatever makes you happy. Fetch AI is a great buy right now, but you do whatever makes you happy. Casp is a great buy right now. You do whatever makes you happy. Chainlink. I got to talk about Chainlink. Chainlink is a great buy right now. And we're going to actually go into a deep dive on Chainlink, and I'm going to talk about it a little later. And I like that it's like this sleeper coin right now. People just don't realize how big it could really get. I own some Theta. I like Datacoin. I own some Cardano. KuCoin shares. And another thing is exchange-based tokens. And I'm going to spend a little time on that later on and give you 5 exchange-based tokens that you may want to pay attention to that could get you going. So these are things that I am excited to bring you every day here on the channel. All right. Shout out to channel sponsors, Decrypted.tax and iTrust Capital. Go to decrypted.tax/lifer and you'll be able to get an amazing discount. Find out more at decrypted.tax/lifer. Go over your taxes, free consultation. You can even message them right now and book a free consultation and enjoy 25% off the standard pricing at decrypted.tax. I mean, that's amazing. I find that absolutely beautiful. Shout out to iTrust Capital. Thank you to iTrust Capital as well, a place where you can go and build your retirement. I believe the age is 59 in America. You can take out your IRA so you can start to build a retirement plan here with Bitcoin. Even gold and silver in your IRA, they have it all 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And they got it over on those ETFs because when the market dumps on Saturday, you can't buy that ETF price. You got to wait for the weekend, and if it may come back, it may not. Here, you can take advantage of a massive weekend dump, and you just can't do that everywhere else. I just find it an amazing experience here at iTrust Capital. Shout out to anyone that jumped into iTrust Capital with my link. I greatly appreciate that. And shout out to iTrust Capital for channel sponsorship. We thank you so much for your love and constant, just the sponsorship. It's amazing. Hey, Sam, can you take a look at Velodrome Finance? We'll take a look at that. Kush is my cologne. And let's take a look at the fan funding in case I missed any super chats. W Dubs, shout out a $33.99 super chat. We love you. We appreciate you. And we take a look at that coin. We did. And yo, Sam, can you check out Velodrome? Can you check out Zigcoin, Zignali, which I believe is going to be hot. Machine Learning had it, and it was hot for a while too as well. Zignali on the radar. We're watching this 1 minute as it may make that shoulder head. It may make the right shoulder here. See, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Looks to me like we may make a right shoulder here and pop to the upside here for Bitcoin. Break back above 68,200 and make a move to 68.8 as we break back above the 200 MA. The 15-minute trade would be back on, same trade again. So if the 1 minute breaks above the 200, it suggests this move could break back up again, right? We could easily get dumped by the 200 and dumped down again, though, too. You know? Looking like we're making a little flag. I like that we have a little bit of support there at 68,000. Bit of a triple bottom cup and handle in a way, too. I'm going to leave it alone. I was going to front run. I'm going to leave it alone and wait for confirmation above the 200 SMA. Well, my trader instincts does tell me to open up a trade right now. We should be getting a bounce to the upside based on what I'm seeing. I just don't trust the market today. I really don't. Seems a little sketch. Something tells me to be, I can't place it, but something tells me to watch the market. Again, I don't want to trade on feelings but I just... You get a trader instinct over time, too, as well, that you must listen to here and there. It's not really emotions. It's just kind of like you'll get a sense whether something feels, or I don't want to use feeling because you don't want to trade on feelings, but you can get an overall, I'm trying to say like feeling, but you can get a raw sense of how the market is doing, right? And can you please check GME, por favor? Shout out to Just Cheese in it. Thank you. We'll take a look at Zig here on MEXC, which they call it Zigcoin, but it is Zignali. It is Zignali. Because look, if you go to CoinEx, it's 10 cents, right? And if you go to Zignali here on Gate.io, it's 10 cents and 2/10 of a cent, right? I don't know why they call it Zigcoin on MEXC and CoinEx and Signali everywhere else. I don't know. But you can see it's 10 cents. If you ever don't know if it's the right coin, just check the pricing. Someone asked me that one day, and I looked at them like, I didn't mean to be rude. See, this comes off across rude, but I said, you could have found out yourself just by, checking the price, right? Because they were like, how do I know which one's the right one? And I'm like, by just checking. Like, and they looked at me like, how rude, And again, I don't mean to be rude, but I can be blunt. I think being blunt sometimes isn't the best, especially when you're a mentor. People expect to be babied. They don't want to and I agree, all positive love. A lot of people have come from losing and pain, and they don't want any more pain. They just want love, and I get it. Signali looks hot to me personally. I love this consolidation, and it looks a lot like the shoulder head. It looks a lot like all the meme coins before they started their bigger run, right? BONK, FLOKI, they all looked very similar. They had shoulder, head, shoulders, consolidating tightly. Thank you for this. You may have saved my butt for the day here and given me one of the hottest takes on the game. Signali was a coin I really liked. Token Metrics had picked it out too as well. We had found it when they first dropped it on MAZZE. I learned about it. It's up beautifully for when it first came out at a penny. I mean, it's still holding a 10x right now. A little under, considering it maybe like a 6x, but I see this doing damage. 108% gains coming out of Signali. It looks too good to be true, but maybe it isn't. That's the thing about trading. Setups look beautiful. I like the deep stop below the previous low. I like a lot of things about this setup. The daily could flip. Let's take a look at our 2 days low. Ready to go. Show me the love. Not the best. I don't like the stochastics on that 2 day. Little far apart in the 3 day chart too, the moving averages, but and the stochastics don't look amazing. Interesting. It may have to go more sideways for a while, and it doesn't have a lot of volume either. So watch price action. I like the setup. I'm not in love with the stochastics at the moment, but they could flip. Nothing's set in stone. The idea that you're making multiple higher lows and you're above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour is a very bullish sign for me. For Signali on MAZZE. Shout out to Badri84. Badri, I appreciate you, brother. And I thank you so much for all the support, love that you send to the lifers. Thank you very much, my friend. Remember, if you can't come to the trading group, we're always pumping out charts for you, things for you to see. In case you can't make it here, you're at work. Your boss is making you do so much. I get it. I just have to be at work every single day, and I still have to be at work every single day. You have to remember, I gotta be here 2 hours a day for the live. I gotta wake up early, 7 a.m. and be in the charts. I gotta do my update at night, my update in the morning. It never ends. 7 days a week. It's a grind, right? Nobody gets it free. I'll tell you right now, nobody gets it free. I don't care. You watch a YouTuber, you watch some guy, oh, it must be so nice to be him. Hey, the more money you make, the harder the grind gets, man, and the more responsibilities are on you. The more people look up to you, the more you have to, the more, you got family, friends. It never ends. But Zigcoin looking interesting. It is Signali. And Zig looks like interesting. If I put it on the radar, it means I believe it looks hot. There's a big move possibly coming there. All right. And bam, man, Caspa, man, doing gains. Let's take a look at a baby LCX, a coin that I like. LCX is connected to I think some other financial bank, Luxembourg. It's got something going for it you don't see in a lot of other coins. LCX token here. It is on Coinbase. Look, it's pumped huge since January. It was 8 cents. It went to 39, did a 5x. And I'll even restructure here. I'm not in love with its, but you can see it's in this slowly sloping uptrend. It is coming to a head here where it's going to have to make a move soon. And it's got some descending triangle vibes. It's not amazing. It's not how I love it to be. Right now it hit resistance though, and it could come further back up to about 47 cents. I just see this consolidation ever since April 14th. I mean, that's bullish to me. It had so many chances to dump, but the rest of the market did not do that. So LCX looked like it could likely make a move further to the upside here. The target for LCX is about 46 cents. And I mean, anything can happen, but I like what I'm seeing here for LCX. 47 cents, 69% gain. Look for it to get tight in the zone here. But say I didn't put it on your radar. I don't see anybody else talking about LCX. Very rare. It is on Coinbase too as well. So you can get it on Coinbase. There's a lot of scrumptious coins on Coinbase nowadays. If you want to play it safe and swing trade it, you wait for it to break above 32. Retest or flag, touch a 21 with low stochastics and ride that puppy to 46. Shout out to Demon Seed on YouTube. Does anyone know who Demon Seed was on YouTube? And he wasn't a demon. He was a nice guy, actually. Anybody know who Demon Seed on YouTube was? I don't think he does it anymore. I think he had Parkinson's and he slowly began to deteriorate. But wow, man, he was one of my first experiences on YouTube with LCX looking tighter in the zone here. I like what I'm seeing for LCX. And let's take a look at our baby MANEKI, which was I was maybe, I didn't put it out to the public, but in my trading group, Demon Seed is a local band here in Texas. Yeah, can you check out Falex? Been in there since 1.7. Now it's sitting at 11 million and ripping. Wow, that's pretty awesome for you. Much love. Drive it at the stoplight. No more texting, but all the love. Amen. No live trade right now. No, we were looking at the 1 hour. Looking at this possible, but right now it's pretty sketch. I don't see a long or short at the present moment. Technically a short out this M pattern to the downside, but then we bounce. It's been just heavily volatile. This was the possible trade right here that we're looking at, but they may come back for more. Really want to see the 1 minute break that 200 MA. All right. Okay. So many coins that we went over for you today. It's insane already, and we haven't even scratched the surface. Let's take a look at Velodrome on Coinbase. And, starting to see, did it Adam and Eve double bottom here? To me, that's basically that's the Adam and Eve double bottom. Basically one of the best times to buy Velodrome back at 12 cents. Amazing. And this thing ripped all the way to 38 cents to come all the way back down slowly but surely and make that rounded bottom. Rounded bottoms pay the bills. To me, that is your bottom. I'm going to call that's your bottom for Velodrome. I'm calling it. I've seen it many times. I believe you won't get it any cheaper between 13 and 15 cents. I don't know if you ever go below 14 again. So I'm calling the bottom for Velodrome. It will take its time and go sideways, and only a matter of time. I don't own any of it, and I don't know the people. I'm not, no one paid me to say this. I'm just a guy that likes TA so much that I do it every single day, constantly. Puts me in a good mood, gets me going, makes me feel accomplished, gives me a routine, somewhere to be every single day, which I believe really helps. Having a routine will do something for you that you'll never believe. Being at the same place every day, doing the same thing, and honing in on the craft, right? Velodrome is the arrow of optimism. Amen. If I get any more relaxed, I might go fishing. Shout out to my man Armstrong 33 in the house. Hey Sammy, what do you think about Engine Coin? Chart looks solid. I mean, we like ELF. Wow, so many of you people. There's so much stuff going on right here in the chat. The chat is out of control today. Put a 333 if you love life right now. And we got MANEKI to go over. We got so many coins to touch on in so little time. Unbelievable. We pack a punch though in this stream, don't we? We fill it up. We really give you a lot in your time. From life lessons to ideas. Heck, I was watching IQ last night, Everpedia, and this falling wedge looks like it's making a trend further to the upside. God bless you and your family, Sammy. This man is true prophet. Shout out to Jay Boggs. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love, man. So look, now you can respond to Super Chat. See that? Love you, I wrote. You can click on it. You can reply to the chat. This is new. And whenever I look at AERO, I like. Whenever I look at VELO, I like a look at AERO. Can't look at VELO without an AERO. And AERO holding 120 beautifully after the double bottom bounce at 84, 86 gave people a chance to get a blast at it. Once it breaks that 200 SMA, let's say the 12-hour time frame, I mean, that thing is gone. Oh, it is above the 200 on the 12-hour, which is interesting. Look at the 8-hour. In the 8-hour, it's gone. This thing is making higher lows, continuing to do damage. What you want to see is look for it to consolidate here, make some type of flag. I make a mini falling wedge, bounce out of it, go up and down, consolidate, and then gone, baby, gone. But my baby VELO continuing to do damage. It was as a high of 230, I think we were at 236 at one point. We were getting it at 39 and 30 cents. I mean, Aerodrone, one of my favorite coins in this whole market, just continuing to hold massive gains. Still up a 4x on Aerodrone, and I can see this thing doing numbers. So I made great money this week thanks to everyone's energy, especially you, Lifer. Thank you. Shout out to Mellis Williams. We love you. We appreciate you, brother. Remember, this quarter you will owe capital gains unrealized. No, we will not. That's crazy. VELO protocol doing... That's not true, man. Where do you come up with this nonsense? He said, can you take a look at AEROBUD instead of Aerodrome? I don't see it, man. I don't know what it is. Gonna move on there. Appreciate that, though. Okay, I put a long at any chance you can get it. Looks like it's going for 30. I don't know, man. That coin's kind of... I don't know. That coin's lackluster. Roar looks like it may continue there. I don't know anything about it. Maybe in early. I'll tell you about a meme coin that I really like at 11:15 at coin time. I mean, this coin, it started up here. They got their pump. Then it went sideways for months. Then they got their pump. Then it dumped back sideways for months. Just, it's been a fun ride, I guess, for the people in this coin, but it just takes its time. I don't know. Bang, right? Arrow's killing it. Just pass. Yeah, just passe. What is that? Silver to 30K an ounce. That's crazy. Thoughts on Hoppy, Roost, Gao, Lambda? I think Lambda's hot. I own some Roost. I don't know what Gao is, and I don't have any Hoppy. Thank you for telling us about Hoppy and Gao. There's like a triple, like look at that. It's like one, like it's like, it's almost like shoulder, head. I don't know. It's such a crazy pattern. We can't, bit of a double bottom. Can we break back above the 200 MA here and get the fireworks? We break above that, boom. We saw that little flag today that played out. You can see we've been in chop for most of the entire stream. That's chop, if you ask me. All right. Anyway, I'm telling you, Sammy, bolt on base chain is an amazing call. Take a look. Always someone saying something's hot. Everybody believes their call is the hottest call in the game. Bolt. You said bolt on base chain right there. Bolt with the base. How do you know it's base? Base has the circle with the little line in it. I mean, the market cap's tiny, man. Come on, don't do this to me. I mean, you never know. You'd be getting in super early at that point, but the 1 hour showing signs of a double bottom. Right now. Now it's saying, hey, I'm double bottomed. Now it makes me a little more excited to possibly put in the long. About to break that 200. If you look at it now, you're in a symmetrical triangle. See this? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And back above 68,150, those shorts. See, people getting shorts, getting crushed. I told the shorts to be careful. I told the longs to be careful. Nobody likes to listen. They all like to get smashed either way. When I'm hesitant, there's a reason. Because I don't have my edge. My edge isn't shining. You should, if you have an edge, then the edge shouldn't always be there. If it's always there, then there's no edge. So there should be a time where you say, hey, I don't have an edge. That means you actually do have one. Ah, that makes sense now, right? Most people don't have an edge. They don't have a system. They don't have a plan. They don't have something they've gone at multiple times that they know works. So I do, so I'm not going to take it unless I see what I want. Or I desire what I'm looking for. Okay? Can do is pumping. Should be waiting for the 21 MS first cross, the current 21 long. Possibly. Loving the beats, my man. We'll send you some mixes to play out on the show. I love to play a bunch of mixes, but certain things I can't because if they're not copyright, they'll I found my edge lifer. I love it. Pull it up. Can do pumping. I appreciate it, man. No more about Can do, please. I don't want to hear about it anymore. You guys bring up Can do one more time, you're out. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, you're done. Get him out of here. Get the Can do guy out. He just disrespected the lines. Get him out. Get him out. Yep. All right. I find that I watch all the movies when they're like, get him out. Get him out. And I think it's funny, and I remember those lines, and I always feel like I'm watching a movie sometimes. It's like, get him out. You can do it. You're funny. Get him out. I'm just... Oh, man. It's so funny, man. Did my Opal super chat go through? If not, I'll send another one. Yeah, you probably should send 3. I'm just messing around, man. Can you look at Opal? Weekly looks hot. Thank you. Appreciate that. GME, por favor. We'll take a look at GME, Opal. And thank you so much. Shout out to all the super chats here on the live. Thank you for the $69 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. Blessings on blessings to be out here with each and every one of you. May God give us great opportunity today. Even if we have to just sit and observe, maybe that's the opportunity. But this is Chop City. We got to break that 200 on the 1 minute for confirmation of a long. Let's go, baby, please. Show me the love. Let's take a look at Opal here on the weekly from my man Josiah Jelowick. Sounds like a guy from the Bible. Josiah, I like that name. Let's take a look at Opulus. Opulus. So Opal was beautiful low at 4 cents. Popped all the way to 20, 5x. Came back to 9. Popped again from 9 to 36. Did a 4x from the very lows of 6 to the highs at 36. Did his 9x. Opal, one of the hotter coins in the game, if you think about it. Bounced off the Fibonacci retracement that I'm drawing off the 786, very low right there. Right near the golden pocket, above the 200, just breached the 200 on the 8-hour time frame. A very bullish sign for me. This person wanted me to look at it on the weekly chart. The weekly looking very, very bullish with a higher low. Look at that. and then, you know, breaking out of that falling wedge to the upside. The weekly says it's going to continue higher. Not a lot of candle movement, though. I was just thinking about, I don't know why. Funny. Anyway, I just random thoughts. Bruce Willis, my watch. I've got to get my watch. What movie? What movie does Bruce Willis have to go get his watch again? It's my grandfather's watch. Or my father's watch. I've got to go get my watch. You don't have to get your watch, baby. You could stay here with me. Why do you have to go get your watch? I love that line. It's so funny. I got to go, baby. I got to get my watch. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Mog on Mexi, Pulp Fiction. Amen. Do you know where he hid that watch? You guys are funny. Glorious Spam, Wonderful Spam, Glorious Spam, Wonderful Spam. That's really weird. Follow your style, forming in my own, has allowed me to see forward progress in my trading. Thank you, sir. Amen. Shout out to Ragnar. That's the point. Is Maneki in a bull flag ready, lifer? You've asked 7 times. Send in a super chat if you want it to be seen. I can't read everything. All right. Are you all right? I'm far from all right. So on the daily, Opulus looks like it needs to come down to the 21, which is kind of cool because it looks good on the weekly. So wait for this daily to come back down to the 21, hang out, find some supportive resistance. And that might be a nice snatch for Opulus. I'm going to put an alert on that and watch it closely for my trading group. For my trading group. When I see something, I say something. All right? I'll have a line on that. Okay, sir, can you please tell us what's the deal with the arbitrage of coins on Upbit? No. Yes, he does. Yes. Pickle Risk asked for CRSP, which is a stock. Yeah, CRSP Therapeutics. All right. So CRSP had a huge pump on the daily, came back down, hanging out. Let's take a look at what happened to CRSP. I'll look at it on the weekly. The weekly looks great. It's oversold. Coming back to previous support and resistance. You don't want to see it lose 52. If it does that, it looks like it could come test 38. It's a bit of a falling wedge on the weekly, but a bit of a downtrend too as well. There's your high, low. There's a high. It has a lower low. So CRSP really needs to break 71 to create some type of uptrend for us to believe, and then go to that high, that local high 89. Let's take a look at CRSP on the 3-day chart. 3-day chart suggests it's in a high or low though. And if you pull your Fibonacci, but for whatever reason, you're somewhat bear flagging here and hanging out pretty sideways. I'd watch for CRSP to break the 3-day 200. If it does that, then it's game. If not, it could go continue. It could definitely go further to the downside. Therapeutical, is it therapeutics? I don't know if it's a therapeutical company, but therapeutics are sketchy. They could be great one day and then they could have bad news and dump the next. Just always be careful. Okay. ABT is hot, but it was I feel like the ship has sailed for ABT. Time to get in. When I first put it out there on Gate.io, Arc Block Protocol here, we put it out down there at 168 before it started to really pump. I see it coming back down to meet that moving average possibly. Look for some type of consolidation before it continues to pump. See if it can hang above 357. But Arc Block has just been on a massive tear. I mean, look at that. From 14, since February 3rd, it's just been blasting, right? Okay. Shout out to Jennifer Moffitt in the house. God bless you, Jennifer. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. Shout out to Pickle Rick of the house. becoming a staple of the crypto community, being really nice to me and my community. If you guys are concerned about your coins, $5 super chat would not harm you at all. Sam cannot chart every single one. Amen. Thank you for saying that. We attempt to do what we can. And Bitcoin at 67,980, really at 68K, just sideways for most of the day again. All right. And I'll tell you, man, I wouldn't be surprised you get this lower volume, strange price action. I was saying it to my trading group earlier today. All right. Funny, MAGA coin eventually getting this massive pump to the upside. I was about to think, I think I was in Mung coin. Or was I in MAG? I bought one of these Mung or MAG a long time ago. Might have been Mung. But MAG coin pumping hard out of nowhere. No idea why, just getting a buzz out of, been pumping for days now. It's now pretty far away for the moving averages. D Dubs for the $5 super chat. He said, words cannot describe how much you have helped me in the last 11 months. Quick look at Arkham, please. Holding strong at 2. I already have a setup for Arkham, man, in the trading group that I posted that I don't want to give away right now. Could I allow you to ask for another super chat? You don't have to super chat it, but you could type in right here what another coin is. I just have a beautiful setup for Arkham that I just personally want to keep in the trading group. If I may. I normally don't ask this, but it's a really hot coin. I like this setup. Wick knows. Mog follows Frog, Pepe. They've been saying, apparently, Mog and Frog. Interesting. Okay. D Dubs, any other coin you want me to go over? RGBAI. Hit that like. Shib. I'd be hot and fet, LOL. Yeah, let's get the likes up to the watchers and hit 333, baby. Let's get the likes up to the watchers, man. We got so many people here watching the channel. Let's go. MANEKI, please, kind sir. Thank you for giving me the MANEKI super chit easy. You're the man, dude. Wow, Miria. What's up, Bert? Shib, Prime, Link. More likes. Wow, the chat is out. You guys can see I'm seeing the chat, so you're ripping into it. I get it. $1 million market cap, nano cap. ICP, please. So MANEKI and ICP and FLOKI. Wow, D the dude, man. We love you. So we got ICP, we got FLOKI, we got MANEKI on radar now. All right. Let's take a look at MANEKI. And then the next one will be ICP. And then FLOKI. Starknet, my son got me watching you. Looking to do some investing here. Gonna start watching you. You've known and see how this plays out. Thanks again, son, for letting me know about him. Shout out to Kevin Sepulveda. We love you, Kevin. I hope everything's going well with you and yours, man. And hope you and your son are having a great relationship together. It's really nice that you guys reach out and can talk about crypto, and he could mention the channel to you. That's amazing. Blessings on blessings, man. Me and my dad were close. I could talk to my dad. He was rough around the edges, but we were close. And he was a good man. He was good to me. He wasn't easy all the time, and he didn't always tell me what I wanted to hear. But my dad was good to me. We have a super chat here. It says, the truth is you're the weak, and I'm the tyranny of evil men. But I'm trying, Ringo. I'm trying really hard to be the shepherd. QT's writing in PF. Thank you. Prime Sammy, another $2 for the wifer. Shout out to D-Dubs. We appreciate that. My neck and back, MANEKI. Right? So MOG, I just want to go over MOG real quick before I leave. So MOG looks like it's going to come back to that 21 on this 8 hour. Look for it to hang out back to that 20 and make a bit of a flag, but it could continue. On a bit of a tear here. Look for it to hold previous support as resistance and continue to the upside for possible some more. Some more gains, some more. This is the stage where people that were in hard continue to hold and know that they're in a big. And people that jump in now, they get gains, but not as much as those people. And then the people that are disinterested just kind of don't understand the market and sell off. The people with conviction and know what they're doing are the ones that are making gains right now. You're the man. Soul on short and medium time frames, please. Wow, this is like old times. We got so many people here firing off super chats. It's out of control. Super chats just came up hard. Anyway, let's take a look at our first super chat, MANEKI. And I'm excited to find out what's happening with MANEKI right now. So let's break it down. I talked about MANEKI down here. We drew the perfect cup and handle. It hit again. Boom. MANEKI came back right now, and as you can see, has been bouncing off support. Getting oversold. Trading groups are fiending for MANEKI. Once they saw the lifer put out MANEKI, they knew it was time to tell their groups about MANEKI. And people just went crazy for MANEKI, right? A lot of people watch this channel. I'm telling you right now, I'm your mentors channel. I'm your favorite mentors channel. I'm the technical analyst and the analyst that your favorite technical analyst watches every time. We cover more coins, we cover more topics, we hit more gains, and we just do what we got to do every single day. And we still struggle. It's still not perfect. People still leaving the market. People still not believing in crypto right now. But that's what you want. It's sad to say is you need to see that. That lack of conviction creates the opportunity of value. Say that again. The lack of conviction from the masses creates the opportunity and value. Once everybody knows about it and wants it, it's not that hot, is it? No. So, as weird as it is, you got to be into something when nobody else is. You got to care more about it when nobody else cares. That's the key to making loads of money in this world. Why can't most people do that? It takes someone that really believes in themselves. You got to find something, research it, and believe in yourself. Most people have been broken down by society, a family member. Something has happened to them where their self-esteem has been completely crushed. I've learned that. You know, being a soccer coach, I watch the kids and I can see some of the strong kids and I can see their parents, and their parents would come pick up their kids. And no offense, like, you can tell a lot about somebody by the way they walk up and say hi to you as the coach. And like some dads walk up like, "Hi, I'm Julia's dad." Yeah. And you're like, how is that girl going to gain any other dads come up, "Hey, you know, I'm and you could just tell already by the parents the lack of confidence some of these kids already had. Because you see, their parents weren't confident people. If your dad wasn't confident, how the heck are you going to be a confident person? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be rude. I might sound, people might be pissed at me right now for what I'm saying. But I'm just being brutally honest, right? Because in sports, you need to build the kids up. You need to give them, and if you see the parent already having trouble with self-esteem, and then you got to be careful how you coach those kids, because you got to be real easy on them. You know, my kid, I'm like, yo, choke up on that bat and let's get it in. But I can't be that hard on the other kids if their parents aren't that hard on them. You know. Well, who do you want to be? Do you want to be a winner? And that comes from. See, I think that's generational. My grandfather was hard on my dad, so my dad was a hard man. He went and he did what he had to do. My dad was hard on me. I'm hard on my kids. I'm easygoing. I'm a nice guy, but I'm hard on them too. You know, I don't like to let them get away with mediocrity. I wake up in the morning, I see my daughter watching TV. The first thing I say is, why? I said, TV's going to make you a zombie. I tell her to her face. I said, every day you're going to go for the quick stimulation of television. And it's going to give you what you want. And you're going to get it. And then it's going to make you complacent. Instead of being able to becoming a builder. And then, you know what? I think about my buddy, GF Burke, who told me his autistic son who wakes up every morning and goes to draw. I said, so the average kid who's super smart, has nothing wrong, wants to watch the TV. This kid who they say is autistic, but actually has a more developed inner sense of self, maybe, or, you know, he goes right to the drawing. You see what I'm saying? He wants to draw. I tell my daughter, why aren't you drawing? Why aren't you learning? Why aren't you reading? And I'm telling you, I'm about to pull the plug on that television. And because if I can give my daughter 2 months away, she'll realize that she never needed it. And I also think our daughters specifically are watching these girly movies and they're getting They're learning how to have an attitude. They're learning how to talk back to they're learning things that their mother and fathers aren't teaching them. Anyway, I'm done with my preachiness. But look at this tightness on MANEKI. Could we go further to the upside here to 22 cents and 0.3 of a cent? That's what I'm looking for MANEKI. Looks like it wants to continue further to the upside. So I'm watching MANEKI closely here. Let's take a look at ICP, if I remember correctly. I was football soccer coach to bro with my little 7-year-old girl playing. Funny. Jasmine background. I like Jasmine. They say it's connected to Sony? I have to deep dive that again. Bitcoin double pump out of the triangle very soon. Yep. Either you spend the time teaching your kids or digital media will. Amen. I like what he's saying. Tell it like it is. Fudges for holidays. Pull the plug. Amen. Don't let Lizzie get to them. No, we don't. Preach as a father. I like hearing others' parenting style. Thank you, Roro. I appreciate that. Yeah, we don't get to talk about that enough amongst each other. Right? Let's take a look at ICP here and see what's happening on MEXC on ICP. ICP, I see in that head and shoulder pattern and another shoulder there and just kind of slumping around. Had that initial pump, beautiful move from 3 all the way back to $20. Funny, we had 7Xs. There was, and still time, if someone would still be up technically, what I'm saying, if they got in at the $3. This has been a boring time in the market. If you got in when we got in early, you're just watching your gains, you're still watching, and everyone else is freaking out, and you just have no reason to freak out because we built our position so dang early. We're so far away from our entries. We're so far away from where we desire. We're just kind of sitting in limbo waiting for the move. So here's the deal. If the daily, I like a bounce off the 200 SMA, and this is a major support zone. As you can see, we bounced off it many, many times. If we lose this, we drop down to 7. So $12. But it looks like a really good bottoming out area. 3-day chart looks pretty good. A little far apart on the moving averages, but they could flip, and they're not too far apart. So here's the deal. If you want to play it safe, you wait for the 8-hour to break, for price action to break the 8-hour, maybe even break 15. You could ride 15 to 24. That looks like a nice swing trade, because that means you're getting above the resistance and you're probably ready to rock. Am I bullish or bearish right now on how to make the call? Depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's fumbling around, There's your low. There's your higher low right now, but you're kind of in this flag too. I say at least get above the 1-hour 200 here. Break through here. Show me signs of a flag or some type of retest, and I'm in it. I think it would be a nice trade at 1278. Bitcoin is so close to the 200. I'm not raising no softy. Amen. You made me a better trader. Shout out to Lee Fisher. I love you for saying that. Thank you. Tell your friends. Parents matter, but if you had a bad one, it's not over for you. You can and will win. Amen. No or limited screen time is the way. Shout out to Justin Cashmore. 100%. My son is a doctor. My daughter is a geneticist, and they knew better to talk back to dad. Rules and discipline, but always based in love. They turned out fine. No trophies unless you earn it. Amen. I bet they didn't watch a lot of TV in your house. Right, Crypto Billy? When you're hard on your kids, they respect you. Amen. They'll also look back later on and they won't, when you're easy, they'll be like, oh, my dad let me do whatever I wanted. He wasn't that good of a dad. So some people think they're doing their kids a service by letting them kids walk all over them. Not the case. It's actually the other way around. They're going to come back and look at you like, wow, you clowned me. You know what I mean? You played me. You let me get away with watching TV all day long. Like, you didn't even bring me outside. You did nothing for me. And they'll come down on you. So there's the signal yet again, breaking the 200 SMA. We finally did it. To the upside for bitty Bitcoin here. So I hit the switch for the long. Let's see if we can get the move further up. hold this all day. I want to hold it all the way to 70,000 for the pumpage. So there's a live trade right there for Bitcoin. It happened so fast. I don't know if you noticed it, but we broke the 200 SMA in the 1 minute. It's my signal. But today's sketch, I'll tell you what. But I just go after the same signals over and over again. When I back tested them, they played out. So I'm not using my emotions. I'm using data and just taking the data. All right. Let's take a look at GME and see what's happening here for GME on MEXC or CoinX or whatever you'd like. Actually, I like to look at it here on Deck Screener where it really first came out. We get the most amount of data here for GameStop. And it was it on Solana or Wrapped ETH when it first came out? It was Solana. Yeah, it was this one, right? Yeah. So remember, I kept saying not to chase too. People that bought in got pounded. That if you ran in because your emotions were high, you got pounded. You got pounded. Just want to make that really clear. That's why we buy Adam and Eve double bottoms. That's why we buy Fibonacci retracements. Because we know our emotions aren't the best. We know they're going to plow us into bad trades. We know we have to have a system in place so we don't do the wrong thing. Because we know we're human beings and we're not perfect. This is it every single day of our lives. No day is going to be exactly the same. No day is going to be perfect, but we're going to fight every day to make it the best it is. I don't know. To me, GME is a long song. Like, I don't know. It was like, who did he pump and dump you guys? Did he need fun? Who knows, Roaring Kitty? You just don't know. I don't believe he did, but I'm just saying. I'm letting you understand that you don't stop thinking that you know everything. Stop telling yourself that you know nothing but the fact of your own ignorance, and get smart. Know-it-alls don't know a damn thing. I'm sorry, I know you don't like saying that, but I had to say it. Those who say don't know, my dad's favorite saying that he probably said at least 3 times a week: empty barrels make the loudest noise. Empty barrels make the loudest noise. Empty barrels make the loudest noise, right? Bitty bitty bit boom to the upside. My dad told me, I'm not your friend, I'm your father. I'm not here to make you happy, I'm here to teach you. My dad said the same thing. Said, I'm not here to be your friend, I'm here to be your dad. Amen. I had discipline for both parents. My dad was ex-military and I still chose a bad path in my 20s. Not always on the parents. I don't know, man. Did you really care and love your mom and dad? You don't want to hurt them? Then why were you choosing a bad path? See, that's where God comes in, man. It's not all about your family. It's about your relationship with God, right? An empty real barrel rattles. That was my dad saying. It's very likely the Roaring Kitty Twitter account was bought by a cabal. Amen. Those who don't talk don't know. Amen. Someone said he may have sold his Twitter account. Yeah. But now you're in the gains. You can't complain. It's a small gain, but you're in the gain. All right. Maybe even shave the stop loss a little bit here to the point of control for me personally. But there we go, baby. A nice little pump for Bitcoin to the upside, and you made a little bit of change if you got in when I did there at about 68,175 before the pump. We finally broke that 200 SMA. We made a kind of an inverted head and shoulders, symmetrical triangle. We broke out to the upside, and we're getting the pump back up to the top of the channel. We defied this area. We bounced very nicely, too, off 67,006. Looks like that could have been our bottom for the day here for Bitcoin. You don't always have to buy the bottom. You just have to find your way somewhere in the middle there. We are away for the 21. Look for this to come back to the 21, make a flag, but not lose the 200 SMA. And again, nothing I say and do should be taken as, perfect. MAZZE, is MAZZE still hanging in there? It was 7 cents the last time I looked at it. Back to 5.5. Interesting. You can see Trump all over the crypto news today. And, after the weekend, he came out and said, I support 50 million crypto holders. I'll make sure that, Elizabeth Warren doesn't touch her goons won't touch her Bitcoin. I mean, it was front page news. It was all over. It's still kind of riveting throughout Twitter and all over the markets. And first time we've seen like any political person really open up and talk about cryptocurrency at such a mass scale, right? And that's really what the news is about. It's not even about picking sides here. Just this is something we haven't seen before. All right. Someone asked for AEROBUD. I couldn't find it at first. AEROBUD. Yeah, it's like $1.3 million market cap, little bud. I guess, I don't know. It does have locked liquidity. Could this be the one? Everyone's hoping on the meme to be the meme. I'm okay with putting 100 grand in Solana and waiting a year to make 500 grand. Everyone, But again, they're like, yeah, Sam, you got money now. Like, we want to put $100 in a meme and turn it into 10 grand and change our lives. I get it. Like these guys right here buying all these coins down on the lows. Daily Law is, sir, to strict parents raise the best liar in interest rate, right? Wow. I'm not saying strict. I'm not saying be the most strict. My dad wore a belt made of steel with an intention and purpose. Made of steel? Yikes. Turbo's on fire. Can you look at Jasmine? Can you look at Gummy? I just said it's not too strict, man. Why do you say the same thing over and over again when someone reads it out loud already? Token file looks amazing. 1x last week. We banged on it. And now we're flumbing around here, flopping and groping. Look for this to come back to the 21. You don't want to lose the 200. If you lose the 200, the trade's a wrap again. And I'll tell you, man, market's kind of choppy today. I get that instinct to be careful with the market. Too strict is bad is not at all. Amen. Open lines of communication, 100%. 100%. My parents were pretty good about it. They were strict in some ways, but not strict enough. My parents were great parents. They didn't realize how to teach. Like, you got to teach your kids discipline. Right? You got to. You got to teach discipline, and you kind of have to show discipline. Like, you can't sit on the beach every day and drink beer in front of your kids and then be disciplined. They also talked about possibly pardoning Julian Assange. I think that was awesome that came out on the global debate stage. That's something that has been paying the world for a long, long time. And again, I don't know where that will go, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but came up today here on Twitter, just something to think about. Some news here that can flood in the markets. It doesn't really affect the markets, but it gets people talking. And to me, it's a pretty big deal. I think it would be a step in the right direction, but you guys, whatever you think, Our teachers had paddles. They called them swats. If handed one, you had to take them after class. Some teachers drilled holes. Shop teachers made you think your own and don't let it break. Oh my gosh. That's crazy stuff. Yeah, the younger generation, you guys got beat way more. My generation, you couldn't beat kids by then anymore in school. But my dad's generation, they could beat a kid in school, hit you with a ruler. My God, insanity, right? They grew up hard, man. Every generation seems to grow up way harder than the last. I think my generation, we're starting to see that now. I can see how soft they're getting. I'm like, man, these kids are softies out here. They can't handle any criticism. I talked about FLOKI breaking out to the upside. I liked FLOKI. FLOKI's been on my radar for a while now. I know this chart's crazy. But I see FLOKI doing numbers further to the upside. My target for FLOKI is 45. I personally own FLOKI. I love FLOKI. I think of all the memes, it had a smaller market cap, so I figured it was the best to accumulate. And again, it had the shoulder, head. FLOKI looked the same as BONK. They all looked exactly the same. Like, this wasn't rocket science here, people. But, like, look at BONK. And they all came together. Look, they had the shoulder. They had the head. They had the right shoulder. They were gone. Like, they did exactly the same thing. You could have traded BONK. You could have traded any meme coin. It didn't matter. And I put out the memes like 3 weeks ago. We started talking about them. But look, here it is. Here's the shoulder. There's the head. And you're gone. If you don't own some memes and you're not in a meme coin right now, I don't know what to tell you. I put out BONK to my trading group. I put out PEPE when it first was right here. I gave all these calls right there. Gave the stop losses and everything. Showed that they were in complex inverted head and shoulders. Said these are likely to break to the upside. You were tight moving averages above the 21-day moving average. I mean, it was all there. That's why I think trading groups are amazing, because say you're working so much, you just don't have the time to pay attention. But you have the time. Like, you could learn the TA. You know the TA. You just, like, say you work a lot. Like, you work 14 hours a day paying the bills. So there I am banging out a PEPE chart for you. Showing you, you know, look, PEPE right here on 512. Telling you, look, PEPE's about to move to 18. Talking about support. Showing you the inverted head and shoulder. And then I'm going over the stuff on the live stream. Breaking it down. PEPE's high risk, but showing strength against Bitcoin. It could bounce up the 8 hour. This is before the memes went on their rally, 5-8. I'm showing you, and PEPE started the meme rally, and then it was on. Look at my man Stack putting out PEPE on 5-4. I put out PEPE on 424 even. Set alerts on PEPE, gearing up for more. Stokes want to turn up. Back in March. Anyway, I don't know what else to say, but my trading group, I will keep you. Whatever gains are out there, we're going to find them. If there's gains out there, we are going to be on them. So FLOKI, what now for FLOKI? Well, it broke above some previous support and resistance levels, which is great. But it hit resistance, and it's overbought on the stochastics RSI. And it's a little far away from that 21-day moving average on the daily time frame. So we take a look at it here on the 1 hour, and we can see how the 1 hour, we want to see how the 1 hour makes a flag and not goes below. So we just want to see this little flag pump. Let FLOKI consolidate further up here after it breaks above that high, and boom. I believe that's all-time high for FLOKI. Very close to the all-time high. So memes are just, they're all doing damage. They're all in the zone. And you just had to pick a meme and hold the meme. WIF too. I hold some WIF. WIF hasn't made the move yet. WIF is lagging a little bit behind the rest. It didn't have the same structure because WIF pumped before the rest of these coins did. All right. I look for FLOKI to come back down here to 28278 for another move further to the upside. The 1 hour needs to, come back down again. Might take 6, 7, 8 hours for FLOKI. Let's take a look at Solana, baby. It was like 167 the last time I looked at it. There it is at 168. Solana, baby, getting the big move, making a nice flag. And for me, this is what I see. Let's redefine Solana and I like to redo it. See if I see anything new or different. So Solana on the weekly says it's time to buy. The last time I bought Solana, we were low on the weekly at 109, and it was a good idea. We have swing down and swing down while we have swing up. We have hidden bullish divergence. And Solana has really respected 125. So we know there's a really strong support there at that area. And we've bounced nicely out of this falling wedge on the weekly. So weekly is bounced out. It's breaking out. It's taking its time. And we're green on the weekly as opposed to Bitcoin. And I told you, watch that Solana BTC chart. So weekly looks great for Solana. 3-day chart looks a little overbought and curving down. However, it has strong support here. And again, it could curve back up at any moment. Right now, that's some bearish, but the candle says, eh. So Solana's kind of got this cup and handle. Look, it's got a cup. And to me, it's making a bit of a handle here. That could put it back at 247. And then bouncing off this resistance area. Solana. And that would be an all-time high for Solana. So we just want to see that Solana doesn't break 157, 156. If it does, it could test 139 and even test 125 again. But this is that was the inverted head and shoulder that it broke out, and it's coming back to the neckline. I see this all the time. A retest of the neckline of the inverted head and shoulder. The daily starting to get oversold and coming down. Looks like a big move is coming for Solana. And then if you want to take it to another level, you can put Solana in this, which to me is a symmetrical triangle. And then has a bigger pathway with a bigger target. Solana to the 307. So again, anything is possible, but the charts are conveying some type of moves are going to be happening in June. And then it's going to be a hot summer. Again, we could get rejected and start to see a dump. I'm open-minded. Right now, I like this strong support off Solana here at 156, 157. So I like Solana with an entry here. Stop loss below 125. It's a big-time trade. I'm personally in Solana. You already know that. I'm up 60,000. I put 100K in at 109, so I'm up about 59K right now. I'm telling you, man, I show you my plays. I'm not playing around here. Like, your mentor's in gains, and I show you how I make gains, when I make gains, and how we flip the gain. All right? This would be a big-time, long-term trade. In now, stops below 121. And that's something that we're looking at here. 307 target for Solana. All right. And I'll come back and say, damn, I was wrong. Like, I'm never that guy that never shows the chart again. I'm like, dang, but I'm bullish on Solana, and I'm in Solana. All right. And the stop can be wherever you want to put the stop. It doesn't matter. I'm showing you ideas here on Sol. All right. We did Zor, we did Zig, and Arkham. I said I have something I want to show. So I think we're doing pretty good here. Let's take a look if there was any new super chats that I didn't get to shout out. Shout out to, we went over Turbo, thank you. Mbana. Check out AEROBUD, I took a look at it. Without the 99, I wouldn't have had the confidence and conviction to hold into these massive gains. 1 year anniversary and well worth it. Much love, Sam. Shout out to Daddy T. I love hearing that. And that reminds me too, man, there's so many people use the trading group for so many different reasons. Some are swing trading, some are long-term holding, some are gaining confidence, some are rebuilding their mental psyche. Some are pushing themselves all the way, some are, you know what I mean? It all depends. But I always have to remind myself that so many people are doing it in different ways. Look, we're up in the trade too. You're up $74, 6%. I'm up in the trade. You should be up in the trade. I also gave a live trade that we're in the green now, and this could continue to the upside for the day. We'll see where this goes. Allah is, shout out to everybody here. Blessings. Should we flip the script and call things ice versus fire? What do you say? Iced them. Hey, ooh, much love, Sammy. Shout out to the Biomex in the house. The Biomex, Tex-Mex. With that big old white. I love you, brother. Thank you for being here. And I signed on June 4th. We've got a big June 4th, which is a week from today. Doing a big spaces with Crypto Billy. I expect everybody to be there. Don't fade me. All right, we're going to blow this thing up. So mark your calendars. I believe it's 9 p.m. on Tuesday night, June 4th, for Crypto Billy on Twitter. And I've been off spaces for a while. I haven't done a space in like a few months. I don't know what it is. I get like I talk a lot in the live. And then I get late at night, I get in my mind a lot, and I like to be in the zone with the charts. I like to really be alone in the zone with the charts in my grind, and it's just kind of my thing. And I'm very in my ways. I'm set in my ways, So I got to break back out. I was doing spaces every night. I was getting exhausted. I was extending myself to the point of no return, honestly. I was like, I got to build the brand. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that. Let's take a look at Total 3 real quick for Bitcoin. Total 3 depicts what's going to happen to the altcoins. All right. And if we look at it on the daily, I mean, I like what I'm seeing. It's like Solana in a nutshell, you see? Like Solana really is. It's funny, there should be Solana dominance because you can tell it has a lot. Because if the charts look identical, then Solana has a lot of dominance in these altcoins. And it really does. I mean, the altcoins are sitting at what, $688 billion? And what is Solana's market cap? 75 billion, right? So it's almost 1/7 of the entire market cap. It is about 1/7 of all the altcoins. Pretty crazy, right? So Solana dominance. When Solana loses dominance, altcoins could pump. It's interesting. That's gonna start happening soon. That's, you know. But tight moving averages, outlier with the 200 SMA. This looks beautiful. Almost looks more like a bull pennant than a symmetrical triangle. This says we're about to have an alt season like you wouldn't believe, and we're going to get our next leg up. And we've been waiting so long. And really, our leg's been starting. We've been already starting the leg. You can see we're making higher lows. To the upside, to the upside, to the upside, all the way. Wow, that 22-hour wants to jam Mama Jammy. So get ready. All the altcoin setup that I've been putting out. Everything that we're looking at. Anything you've been DCAing into, this is telling us that a big move is coming. 2 days from now, we could be above 743 and then booming to the upside on the total market cap. I hope you watch my macro technical analysis video every single week where I really break it down of what's happening, where we're going. Might be good to report just more at the beginning of the month. The performance of meme coins remains uncertain, but there be potential gains by mid-June. I don't know. It doesn't remain uncertain. The TA has been spot on, my man. Yeah. Ayo, iced them. Ayo, ice versus fire. That thing is ice. You're funny. My 100X's on the memes have been pretty certain. You're funny. Lifer, would you quit crypto forever for 100 million before taxes? Yeah, probably. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think so. I love what I do. You know what I mean? I'm really not in love with the money, so I don't think so. I just love what I'm doing, and I want to see the journey that my life takes me on. I don't want to just get handed 100 million. You know, I want to go on a journey and see where it goes. All right. I like this one guy, the founder of Home Depot. Don't bet against America. I like that. I like that. Home Depot, man. See, I want to start a business like Home Depot. Anyway. So I see bullishness here for the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency for the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, total 3. This looks hot to me. If you're new to the channel, understand what total 3 is. You also made gains with us on the live as we pumped up to the upside here, touching the 21. We may continue to the upside here. We may have found the daily bottom. It looks like we may have. Only time will tell. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here for a beautiful live stream. You can, you will, you are the best. Remember, you are the opportunity. You create the opportunity. It's in you. Once you get yourself straight, you get your confidence right, things start to roll in because you believe you deserve it. You know, you got to deserve it. You got to believe you deserve it, and it will come to you. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the chat. I'll see you talking in the trading group, and I'll be posting charts, talking about Bitcoin and having a blast like I do every single day. God bless you all. Let's see where this trade takes us. We're still in it. 68,400, baby. Let's go. Shout out to all my lifers. If you're in the gains, let me know. Put a 333 in the comments if you're still in gains. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. God bless the crypto lifers, baby. And everybody in the world and all your families. Thank you so much for being here with me. Let's go, baby. You got one life to live. Make it happen. I did my part today. I did my live stream. 2 hours of my life given away to the world. I love you all. Stay blessed. I'll be back tomorrow for another beautiful live. Bang, 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 baby.